Hello, good afternoon. My name is Jessica Latin, and I am your Louisiana PTA Healthy Minds State Champion. And this is your Healthy Minds presentation for the PTA Development Day. So I'm happy to be here and talk to you a little bit about this program and how you can implement it in your PTA. A little bit about myself to kind of start off. I am a wife and a mother of two. I have a fourth grader and a new kindergartner. So I'm very excited to have both of my kids at the same school now. And I am also the secretary for the Judson Warriors PTA, located in Caddo Parish in Shreveport, Louisiana. I am also a licensed professional counselor. But I just want to preface that you do not have to have a mental health professional license or certification or any type of mental health background in order to be the chair for this program. So if you are someone who is passionate or interested in mental health, then this is for you. So first we'll start off with our mission. Of course, we see this pretty much at all of our meetings. And PTA's mission is to make every child's potential a reality by engaging and empowering families and communities to advocate for all children. And just like in your household, you may have values and rules that you live by. PTA also has values that we run our organization by in order for it to be successful. Collaboration, commitment, diversity, respect, and accountability are all equally important, especially when you are starting a program such as the Healthy Minds program. So today I'm going to talk to you about a few things. We're going to talk about why Healthy Minds are so important. We're going to talk about what is the PTA Healthy Minds program, how your PTA can run the program at your school, and I'm going to provide you with some tools and resources that are available for your families. So before we get started, we're going to do a little relaxation exercise, and this is something good that you can even incorporate in your programming. So we're going to take a moment and we're going to breathe in, and I encourage you to just sit back, relax, get comfortable, and breathe in from your diaphragm. That's your stomach. We want your stomach to go in and out. We don't want to breathe from our chest because when we breathe from our chest, we can hyperventilate, oxygen doesn't get to our brains very well. So we don't want that to happen. So breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, using your diaphragm only. All right, let's go. Awesome. So you should feel a little bit lighter now and ready to listen to the rest of the presentation. Okay, so first things first, why Healthy Minds? So I want you to ask yourself, why is it important for us to have a healthy mind? Okay, so just take a moment and ask yourself that question. So some people may say it helps us to be able to relate to other people in our social lives, in our relationships, right? What else? It also helps us with our physical health. If we're not doing well mentally, eventually it does wear us out physically. People's immune systems get low. They may start having some problems within their stomach. They may start having heart issues. So there's a variety of ways that our physical health can be affected if our mind is not healthy. So when we have relationships, we have our physical health, academics, all right? We're in PTA, right? Because our kids are in school. So it can definitely affect our children's ability to function at school. What else do you think kind of affects everything else that we're doing if we don't have a healthy mind? It could be work for our parents, their ability to function and go to work, their ability to parent well, or to the best of their abilities, because they are not taking care of their mental health. Okay, so those are just some of the few ways and the few reasons why healthy minds are so important. So we're going to talk a little bit about the statistics for the United States right now in regards to mental health. So major depression is growing in the US amongst our youth. So 1 in 5 children struggle with mental health challenges, and over 60% of youth with major depression do not receive any mental health treatment. So that is not just the youth, that also includes the adults. So over half of the adults with a mental illness do not receive treatment. That totals about over 27 million adults in the US who are going untreated, which is a lot. That's a lot of people that are going without help. So let's look into Louisiana specifically. Okay, so the most recent research from this year, from February 1st to the 13th of 2023, 39.1% of adults in Louisiana reported symptoms of anxiety and or depressive disorder, compared to the national average of 32.3%. About 10% of Louisiana children between the ages of 3 and 17 were diagnosed with depression or anxiety in 2020. And we all know what happened in 2020, COVID-19. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I dealt with a lot of anxiety. It was a stressful period. We didn't know what was happening from one week to the next, especially in the very beginning. So it took a toll on us, for sure. In 2021, Louisiana's suicide death rate by firearm was higher than the suicide death rate by any other means, which is kind of shocking. But considering the year prior was COVID-19, I could definitely understand how there was an increase in depression, which spiked our suicide death rate up. In 2021, 20.1% of adolescents ages 12 to 17 and 8.3% of adults in the US reported having a major depressive episode in the past year. So when you think about when you look at those statistics, think about how that makes you feel and how you can use maybe the shock factor or, maybe that disheartened feeling when you see these results of these statistics where you live, where your kids are growing up and going to school at. Use that as motivation in order to help the families in your school. Now, of course, we can't save the whole world, but we could start just by implementing a program like this in our schools. And if we could just help one student, one family, that's going to trickle down into everything else that they are dealing with and who they come into interactions with throughout their lives. So a little bit can go a long way. So don't be discouraged by those statistics. Just use it as motivation to keep going and to get help and to do a program like this. So next we're going to talk about family engagement. So why is it so important to keep the family engaged when we're talking about mental health or healthy minds? So ask yourself, what would I want for my own family? Would I want to be able to feel comfortable talking about my mental health issues with my family? Do I want to feel, like I'm not being judged and that somebody close to me really cares? That's some of the reasons why it's so important to engage the entire family. Because if somebody is struggling mentally, it doesn't just affect that one person, it affects everybody in the family. Um, they talk about how it takes a village to raise a child. This is exactly why, it's mental health is a whole of society effort. So we are all affected in some kind of way, even if it's not something we're going through personally. So that's why it's so important. It's so important, excuse me, to keep our family engaged. So now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about PTA's Healthy Minds program. So a few years ago, PTA introduced a program called their Healthy Lifestyles program. And within that program, they have 3 campaigns. So we have the Healthy Bodies, Healthy Minds, and Healthy Earth. If you're not familiar with those, I urge you to go to pta.org and check out those other campaigns. But I like to think that Healthy Minds is in the middle because it's truly the foundation to having a healthy body and to having a healthy earth. If we don't take care of our minds, it's going to affect everything else around us. It's basically kind of like a domino effect. So what does PTA Minds do? Like, what's the purpose of it? Okay, so PTA Healthy Minds seeks to support PTAs and families on their journey to make mental health a priority every day, okay, by providing tools and resources to empower families to act. So we don't want it to just be something that we do when there's a crisis. We want our families to be talking about mental health and practicing preventative measures that can hopefully keep us from going down into crisis mode. So let's talk about the programming for PTA leaders. So your PTA plays a role in the following. So we help families understand that children thrive not just solely on being healthy physically, but mentally and emotionally too. We also want to help our families make that connection that what is happening in their homes also affects what is happening at school. Your PTA also plays a role in supporting your school leadership in providing relevant school-based mental health supports and services to families and teaching positive social and emotional skills to kids. We also want to ensure diversity, equity, and inclusion is considered and are kept top priority in all of our mental health efforts, both in and outside of school. One thing that I really like about our Healthy Minds program is that all of our resources on our website are translated into a variety of languages. So nobody has to feel left out. Everybody can obtain those resources and be able to talk about it at home with their families in their respective languages. If for some reason there is a language that we do not have on there that you need for family at your school, please send me an email and let me know. And I will be happy to forward that to the national office so that we can get that translated for you to support your family. So in our Healthy Minds program, we have 4 components: listen, partner, share, and build. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about each of those. So we don't want to go into our schools just kind of telling parents, that they're doing everything wrong and you need to do this, this, and this. No, we want to listen, right? That's how we get people receptive to our programming, by coming in with a listening ear, non-judgmental, and just saying, hey, like, what's going on in your home? What's going on in your school and in your community? And how can we help? So you want to learn the mental health needs of your school community and identify those gaps that are existing um, for mental health services and supports. Next, we want to partner. So there may already be some organizations in your community that already have existing local and district mental health data that they've already taken over the last couple of years. I know here in Shreveport, we have a few nonprofits that have already done some mental health surveys for teens and children that you can utilize so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel or, do anything extra. So you want to review that data, and then you want to share this family feedback with your local and district school administration. So I also want to just let you guys know that this does not have to stop just at the school. This can go to the district, your school board members, your commissioners, your city council members. Get everybody involved so that we can really make this a big program throughout our entire state. Discuss together ways your PTA can support school leadership in providing the relevant school-based mental health supports and services to their families, and also teaching positive social and emotional skills to kids. And the reason why we want to partner is because we want to come up with a Healthy Minds team. So it's not just on one person, right? Or just on a few people. We want it to be a collaborative effort so that we can get more things done. Next, we want to share. So we want to empower families with the information and tools they need to make mental health a priority. And remember, we want to make mental health a priority on a daily basis. We want to promote and distribute National PTA's Healthy Minds family tools and resources. And we want to use social media, email, newsletters, however you interact and reach your families. We want to use those tools in order to distribute those resources. And lastly, we want to build. Okay, so we want to create opportunities for families to learn together and discuss important Healthy Minds topics as a group by facilitating the PTA Healthy Minds sessions. This helps to build community and show everyone that they're not alone. So this is going to help kind of break down that stigma when you hold these sessions. So what are these sessions, right? This is what you can do with your PTA. You can host an in-person or an at-home PTA Healthy Mind session in real time so that everybody can participate and interact together. Or you can give your families a self-paced video option, and then you can maybe provide some sort of activity that the families can do together so that they can start talking about their experiences and their thoughts about mental health. Back in May of this year, I did a Healthy Minds session during Mental Health Awareness Month in May. It was like the first Tuesday of May, and we had about 20 or so parents on the call via Zoom, and it was really nice. I gave them this presentation, and I was able to get some parents to join the Healthy Minds Committee, and we also got a few parents that expressed some concerns about what they're seeing with their children. It also gave the principal an opportunity to talk about her concerns and what she saw on a daily basis. So that could give us some ideas on what we could implement for the following school year, as far as our Healthy Minds activities and programming. So it can definitely provide a space where you could get a wealth of knowledge, information, and feedback from your families to help you move forward with your programming. So right now we have 3 current session options. They will eventually add on some more sessions, but these are the first 3 that they have implemented on the website. So we have PTA Healthy Minds 101. We have building SEL skills at home, that's social emotional learning. And lastly, we have building resilience. So all of our resources are already made up for you. So you do not have to create anything or spend any more time than you have already spent time doing for your PTA. Everything is already on the website, ready to go. We have in-person and at-home for our in-person and at-home models. We have a slide deck, we have a facilitator guide, and a planning guide for you. For our at-home self-paced models, we have videos to share with your families, and we have promotional materials as well. And for all our models, we have handouts with family informational and activity resources. So, you don't have to log into Canva or Google Docs and create anything. Everything is already created for you. So that's probably even more exciting. So you could just go ahead and get that information out there. So next, we're going to talk about our resources for our families. So Healthy Minds has 2 types of resources. So we have informational resources and we have family activities. Our informational resources includes a Healthy Minds overview, tips on helping kids to cope, an informational sheet on what your family can do to build healthy minds, and how to get help to build healthy minds as well. Our family activities includes a family action plan and a family discussion guide. And I encourage you all to start with the family action plan and discussion guide first with your families, because that will just really get the discussion going, right? Because sometimes it's hard to even know where to start. It could be very awkward for our families. And this kind of just will give them some extra support and just a guide to kind of walk them through some good ways and some fun ways to talk about mental health and it not be such a scary or uncomfortable thing. Next, we also have topic-specific resources. So if you go on our website, and I'm going to show you that in a second, we have specific topics that you could click on and you will find a number of resources for that particular topic. So we have everything from anxiety to grief and loss to social emotional learning skills. So anything that you're looking for, there's probably something on our website for it. If there is not, however, please feel free to send me an email and I will forward that to the national office. And I will also try to help you find whatever resource it is that you're looking for. Because chances are, if you are looking for it, somebody else is looking for it too. And we want to make sure that we get those resources and add them to our website. We want to grow this website and these resources into a huge resource, center for all of our people, so that you don't have to go looking in all these places. It's just a one-stop shop. So next we're going to watch a few videos and we'll kind of talk about each one.
Anytime can be a good time to open a dialogue with your kids about mental health.
All right, here's everything. Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Well, just call me when you need me to pick you up, okay?
Okay.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Is there anything you want to talk about?
It's nothing. I have tryouts next week and I just keep thinking about them.
So then why are you worried about it?
What if I'm not good enough? What if I totally embarrass myself?
Look, just take it one step at a time, okay? And we're gonna figure out ways to make you feel better prepared.
Don't be afraid you're not doing it right. Just keep making space for conversation.
You got this, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Look for opportunities to talk to your child about their mental health throughout your day. For help starting these conversations, visit pta.org/healthyminds.
All right, so that video is really good at showing, as parents, sometimes we get really busy or, our kids are involved in different things and we're just kind of like rushing, taking things out the car and just busy, like we're always doing something. And so this is a good example of, just taking a few minutes to really inquire about what's going on with your child. Just letting them know, like, hey, what I have going on right now does not overpower what you have going on. Like this can wait. What's going on with you? How can I help you? So just that, those few extra minutes showing your kid like, hey, I could put this down. This can wait. Let's work on what's going on with you. It makes a huge difference. So this is a great video to show to your families and get the discussion going.
It's easy to find yourself buried in life's to-do list, but it's important to look up and notice if your child's behavior is changing.
Hey, you've been in here staring at your phone for a while. What's up?
I don't know. I'm just bored.
What's up?
I don't know. I'm just bored.
Well, why don't we go outside and do something?
Why? I don't want to.
Come on, it'll be fun. A little fresh air will do us both good.
Withdrawing from friends or favorite activities may be a sign that something bigger is happening with your child. Find ways to connect and see what might be behind the changes.
See, I told you this is gonna be fun.
Alright, it is.
Hey, I haven't seen Dan and Marcus come over in a while. What's going on?
Well, Marcus's family is moving away, and Dan got busy in band practice, so they're just not around anymore.
Oh, do you miss seeing them?
Well, I do, but they're just busy.
Are your child's habits changing? For tips on identifying and responding to behavioral changes, please visit pta.org/healthyminds.
Okay, so this video is really good at showing like our parents to pay attention to the changes that they're noticing with their kids. It appears as though maybe this boy was just very active, was always hanging out with his friends, and then his dad or grandfather noticed that he wasn't being as active as he normally would be. He was just laying on the couch looking really down and depressed and just scrolling on his phone. And it's also is a good idea for parents to maybe try an activity, something fun to start a conversation with their child instead of, just having a direct one-on-one face-to-face conversation where it could be kind of awkward and the child may kind of, shut down. But if you're playing a game or something like that, it could definitely help lighten the mood and help people to open up a little bit more and be willing to share. So this is also another really good example for our families.
Wait, let me be in front. Ouch, you stepped on me.
Guys, could you please be quieter?
You shouldn't be in the front. You're not a good dancer. So, you're not a good dancer either.
Guys, please.
Mom, she's reading the video. Mom, she's reading the video.
I said knock it off.
Nobody's perfect, even parents. It's okay to let your kids know when you're not okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to study, to work, and honestly, I'm really stressed out. I'm sorry I snap at you.
It's okay, Mom.
Everyone has mental health, so every member of the family should feel comfortable talking about theirs, even parents.
I'm just realizing that work full time, study, be your mom. It's really hard.
Sharing with your kids can help them realize that it's okay to share their struggles with you. For more resources, visit pta.org/healthyminds.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure we can all, or most of us can relate to this video with our kids maybe making a ruckus in the background and we're either working or, maybe you might be in school and you're studying. You're just trying to juggle all these things with providing for your family, working and, trying to raise your kids and then also trying to do some things for yourself, right? So I think this video does a great job at showing that as parents, we're human. We're not perfect. Sometimes we may lash out or yell or, we get frustrated, but it's important to be able to communicate with your children like, hey, I'm struggling. I'm going through some things too. And, there's a balance there. So finding that boundary between, you know, showing your child how to be emotionally intelligent and sharing with them like, hey, I'm a human being too, but also not oversharing and kind of putting your problems onto them. It's just important to have a really good balance, and this does a good job at showing that vulnerability that we should have as parents, because we're going through stuff too. So those videos are readily available on our website and can help with starting these conversations for your parents. So for instance, our principal at our school will send out things via text message. You could just click on the link and you could do something like that, where your parents could just click on the link and watch the video. And then you can hold a session later on talking about what they learned in the video or providing some sort of activity that you send home with the kids for their parents to kind of just talk a little bit more in detail with their kids about what they saw in the video. We'd like to thank our lovely sponsors for Healthy Minds. We have the Allstate Foundation, CDC Foundation, Active Minds, and the New York Life Foundation. Please check them out. They also have some great programming and do some great work in the community. If you're not familiar with Active Minds, they're pretty popular on college campuses and high school campuses. So if you're looking to maybe partner with another organization or give some additional resources, Active Minds is also a really great resource. And I believe someone told me a few weeks ago that they're going to roll out a middle school curriculum as well. So that should be awesome. So this is something that's really exciting. So if you're not familiar with PTA and their grants, then you should definitely check out the website and see what kind of grants they offer. But we also have grants for the PTA Healthy Minds program. They have funding on the national level and the state level. And there were 2 Healthy Mind Grants recipients for this school year. Judson Magnet Elementary, which is the school my kids attend in Shreveport, and Lake Harbor Middle School were also a Healthy Minds grant recipient. And so we're really excited about these grants because this is free money that you can use to have an event. This is money that you don't have to raise and ask other people for. It's just really nice to be able to have this chunk of money to do something for our school. So if you would like to potentially be one of the grant recipients for next year, just go ahead and go on the website and check out these grants because it's super easy to fill out. It may take you 10 minutes to fill it out. It's not extensive at all. And you don't need grant writing experience or anything like that. So definitely apply for these grants, because it's just money just sitting there, just waiting for somebody to get. Next, I want to show you the website a little bit. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to share my screen again. And show you the website. Okay, so this is the Healthy Minds page on the National PTA website. So when you come here, you're going to scroll down. And right here is for families and for PTA leaders. So I just wanted to show you real quick how easy it is for your families to navigate this website. And I encourage you all to just kind of go on here and look through it and navigate it for yourselves. And again, let me know if there's anything that's not on here that you feel like should be on here. And I'd be happy to look into see if we could get that on there. So you're going to click on for families. And right here at the top is the family toolkit that I was telling you about. So if you click on that, it takes you to our informational resources and the Healthy Minds Family Action Plan and Discussion Guide. And some other really great resources as well. Community Resource Finder. Okay. And again, like I said, all of our resources are translated into various languages. So that is really awesome and really helpful for all of our families. So to click on, to find the resources, right? So let's say your family member or someone is struggling with depression or anxiety. You're going to click on the topic-specific family resources. And as you can see, they have different icons. And you just find the icon that you are looking for. So if somebody's dealing with anxiety, we're going to click on anxiety. And then here are our resources. Somebody's dealing with bullying. Here's some resources. Grief and loss. We have tons of resources on grief and loss. And we're going to be continuously adding things, okay? If there's something that you find, like I said, let us know, because if it needs to be on here, then we want it to be on here. If your community is dealing with a lot of violence and things like that, we also have a section here for dealing with community violence and traumatic events. Even like meditation and things like that. So it's pretty awesome. All right, so this is the topic-specific family resources section. And down here we have additional resources, tips for self-care, different breathing exercises, information on suicide and suicide prevention, peer-to-peer resources for students, mental health and the single parents. That's pretty cool, and very much needed, because being a single parent, you know, is tough for a lot of people. Preventing parent burnout. So the thing that I really want to stress to you about Healthy Minds is that it's not just for the kids. This is for the parents too. It's important for the whole family to have a healthy mind. So even if the parents are struggling with something, or the caregivers or the grandparents or whoever it is, this site is not just for the kids, it's for them too. All right. So that is the website in a nutshell. Please feel free, get acquainted with it. Go on there, look around. We're constantly adding new things all the time. All right, so I'm going to go back to trying to go back to my oh, here it is. Okay, gonna go back to all right, here we go. All right, and here we have the Louisiana PTA.org Healthy Minds page. So they added a page specifically on the Louisiana PTA website. So please check that out. I put some Louisiana specific resources on there for you. And then also check out our Healthy Minds Facebook page. If you're not on social media like that, please just do me a favor. Just log in real quick, like the page, share the page with other people, and then log back off. I just want to get some more participation and some more likes, so we could get a lot of this information to the masses. A lot of people use social media as a way to get their information and to get their help. So I want to reach them by any means necessary. So please like and share our Facebook page. I post a lot of resources and information on there a few times a week as well. So check that out. And I just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. And this is my email if you would like to contact me directly to either ask a question about a resource that maybe you can't find, or if you would like me to come speak to your PTA or speak at one of your school events about the Healthy Minds program or about mental health in general. I'm happy to help in any way. I'm willing to travel. Doesn't matter where in the state. Just let me know in advance and I can definitely try to be there, whether it's in person or via Zoom. So here's my email. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. And I'm also happy to help your PTAs get your Healthy Minds programs off the ground. So whatever questions you have, please feel free to reach out. Thank you guys so much. And you guys have a great rest of your day or evening or whatever time you're watching this. And take care. Bye-bye.